Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm just putting on my screen there. If you're looking at me on Instagram, come on over. Come on over to Zoom. The link is in the stories. And I'm just letting people in on Zoom. Hello, my friends. Oh my goodness, welcome. Happy Tuesday and all that. It's so funny, guys. It's so funny when you're when you're working from home and it's like everything during the day. Hi, Catherine. When you're working from home and you're like working away during the day, kids are in school, everything's grand, and then you do an evening class and you kind of forget that you have three kids and then there's going to be noise and there's going to be people and there'll be so it's quite funny. Hi, Teresa, grab the link in my stories and come on over to Zoom. Okay, so I'm live on Instagram and I am live on Zoom as you guys join in. I will be asking you questions, but I'm going to kick on right away because what we're going to be talking about today is how to make more sales on your social media. As we are coming up to the crazy, no, come on, let's be honest, we're kind of finished the crazy time work-wise. Well, we're getting close anyway, those of us who are finishing up soon. But it has been a crazy, crazy ride. I can't actually believe that we are where we are. Does anybody else feel like we're still in like September or something crazy? It's mad, isn't it? It's so mad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and we are going to kick right on. We're going to be talking about how you guys can make more sales. And I know there's a lot of you going to be watching on the replay because time constraints, time of the year and all that good stuff. Again, if you're watching on Instagram, click the link in my stories and come on over to Zoom. Or you can watch Instagram on Instagram, but you'll be looking at the top of my head and you won't see my screen. Come over to Zoom. All right, so grab a notepad, grab a pen, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, and let's get ready to take a bit of action here with me today. We are going to deep dive into your businesses. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do, if you're here on Zoom, in the chat, let me know what industry you are in. Let me know what industry you are in. Hi Louise, hi Catherine here on Zoom. Let me know what industry you're in. If you're watching over on Instagram, come over to Zoom because then you can tell me your industry and then we can chat about your specific business. The link is in my stories there, or you can still watch here. Okay, be ready to do some work tonight, guys. This is not going to be passive for you guys where you're just going to sit there, have Netflix on one screen and me on the other. I'm expecting us to get stuck in and get some work and making this as interactive as possible. So let me know your industry. All right, guys. So secondly, I am giving away a Kickstart Your Success session. So these are 30-minute one-on-ones on Zoom with me, where I help you break down some problems within your business, whether it's to do with your socials, whether it's to do with more profits in the business, whatever it is, whatever those issues are coming up, I will help you break them down on our session. So I'm giving away a 30-minute Zoom. I was doing it as a draw at the end for everyone who stays, but now I've decided, since it's Christmas and all that, and it is the week before Christmas, so I am very grateful for those of you who are here. I am going to give everyone on Zoom the free session. So if you're not on Zoom, come on over. But you will get access to that free session. I will give you the link at the end. All right, guys. So who am I? I am Denise Inspired. I am a marketing and social media expert. So I help business owners to grow their following so that they can make more sales on social media. One of the huge things that I do is working predominantly with businesswomen and helping them find digital products within their business, because it's my belief that what we know is worth more than what we do. So what we're doing in our day-to-day business is fantastic, but let's create another stream of income around what we know, around our knowledge. I'm a big believer in subscription models. I'm a big believer in memberships and online courses, online programs. All of those good things is what I help my clients create on a daily basis. And that's what I'd like to create you guys, help you guys create. So that is me. My background is traditional marketing, I was the design and marketing manager for Ireland, the UK and Malta for the One for All group. One for All was tiny when I started to work with them, and then obviously went up to be a huge multi national business. So lots of experience in the background of traditional marketing, and of course lots of digital in the last few years. So welcome. Hi Athena. drop into the comments there what industry you guys are in. Louise is data and tech, and she's also putting her son to bed, so multitasking. I hear you, pal. I hear you. Catherine is an expert in health and beauty coach and therapist. Love it, Catherine. And Athena is a florist. Hi, Athena. Good to have you here. I can see loads of you over on Instagram as well. Hello. Come to Zoom if you want, or keep watching there. So this day next week is Christmas Eve. Can you fucking believe it? It's like, what the heck? So what I want to know is, which one are you? So what time are we at? We're just past 7 o'clock. Are you number one? You're going to be in your Christmas jammies, snuggled up with a movie on. Or are you number two, running around the shops with all your bags at 7 o'clock next week? Or will you be in the pub singing Fairy Tale New York? Give me a 1, 2, or 3 in the comments. You two over on Instagram. Are you one, Christmas jammies and snuggled with a movie on by 7 p.m. this day next week? Or will you be running around the shops panic buying? Or will you be in the pub singing Fairy Tale in New York? I have to say, I'm probably a mixture of all three. And at any given time in my life, I have been each of those. But next week, I'll most likely be in the jammies on the couch. I used to love number 3 though. Singing Fairy Tale in New York on Christmas Eve in the pub. We used to be amazing. Back in the day. Catherine's a 1 as well. Yeah, I hear you, pal. I hear you. So tonight, guys, is much more around what we are going to do after Christmas. How are we going to set ourselves up for success as we go into 2025? I know for me, coming towards the end of a year, I kind of reflect and I look back and go, okay, did I meet the goals that I wanted? Did I meet the revenue goals that I wanted? Did I, launch all the things I wanted to launch? Did I reach all the successes that I wanted to reach? And of course, there's different ways of measuring success. For me, I used to measure them with all the dollar signs. I used to look at the bank account, and that was my success. But right now, as a mummy of 3, I measure them in much different ways. How I spend my time, how I spend my time with my kids, and of course, having a very profitable bank account so that it gives me the freedom to do the same is much more success for me. So do you know what my big word for 2025 is? My big word for 2025 is visibility, guys. It is so important as we are in this huge AI time where everything is, we can create at the click of a button on the internet. We can create posts, videos, photographs, anything that look like, and they look like real people. We can create an Instagram account with no face on it. We can create an Instagram account with a face on it, but it's AI generated, so us as humans, as real humans, we are craving the human touch. We are craving that real human connection. And for me, visibility is what is going to help us distinguish ourselves from our competitors and from AI and from everything else as we go into 2025. It definitely should be your word too, because as we go into 2025, it is our duty, guys, it's our duty to remind people that we are open for business. If somebody says to you, oh, I didn't know you were there, or I didn't know what you did, that's on you. And oftentimes we think, oh, I don't want to be annoying people. I don't want to be posting too much because I'll annoy people. Guys, you're not that important. And I mean that with love. But oftentimes we think we'll annoy people if we keep posting. The chances are they haven't even seen the first post, never mind the second. So it is up to us to consistently post on our social media so that we show up, so that we remind people that we are here and we are open for business. It's time to set aside all the excuses. I've got no time. Social media doesn't work for me. I'm not a confident person. The algorithm has changed. Blah, 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 blah. Do any of those sound familiar? Yes, unfortunately, but you know what? You're not in your feckin' own. You're not in your own. Everybody says it. So let me go back to them again. I've got no time. I've been that soldier. I've said that. And I bet a lot of us right at this time especially are saying that. Oh, I've no time. I've no time. Social media doesn't work for me. I hear that a lot too. It doesn't work in my industry, or it used to work. It's not working anymore. Facebook used to be great. It's not being great anymore. Instagram used to be great. I used to get engagement. I don't get it anymore. So we have all of these things going around our heads. I'm not confident. I hear that so much. Oh, but Denise, you're so confident to show your face. I'm not fucking confident, guys. If you know me well, I'm actually not that confident. This is a skill. So confidence is a skill. It's not a personality trait. The more I go live, the more I stick my big mug up here on Instagram and up here on Zoom, I kind of don't give a crap so much anymore because it's a muscle that I have learned. Whereas stick me in the middle of something else that I'm not, familiar with or that I'm not as comfortable with, it's a different story. Some people are super comfortable going out and networking. When I walk into a room and I'm expected to network with people, oh my God, I am traumatized. I would much prefer if you plopped me on stage in front of 1,000 people with zero preparation and told me to speak for half an hour. I would prefer that than putting me in a room with 20 people and told me to network. I'm like, ugh, how does one network? So it's a skill, guys. These are all skills that we work on. So get rid of that I'm not confident. I never want to hear those words out of your mouth again. We're going to work on that. Get rid of that I've no time, because I'm going to give you a system and a process that you're going to work to that's going to save you time and all of those things. And the algorithm has changed. Social media doesn't work for me. That's all BS as well. We're going to work on that. Blah, 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 blah. Excuse, 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 excuse. So did you know the number one reason why a lot of businesses fail? The number one reason, according to Grant Cardone over in the States, the number one reason why a lot of businesses fail is obscurity. Obscurity, guys. And if you're a little bit like me, and when he said obscurity, I had to go and Google it and figure out exactly what it meant. It is the state of being unknown, the state of being inconspicuous or unimportant. Guys, none of us is unimportant, right? Everyone here is important. Everyone here is an expert in something. But are we unknown? Do people know that we're an actual expert? Do they know what we are an expert in? Like, even sometimes now for me, who I feel like I'm super visible. I feel like some people say to me, oh my God, you're always online. Oh my God, you're always doing this. Oh my God. And then I meet people and they say, what, do you still do that? What exactly do you do? And I'm like, whoa, So none of us is being visible enough. We want to be known for something. The reality is so many of us are hiding. I don't want to show my face. I'm a private person. I don't want to show. I'm like, no. Oh my God. Sound familiar? Yeah. But guys, it is up to us. No one's coming to save us. No one's going to say, oh, do you remember that lovely woman who I met 43 years ago? I wonder what she's doing now. I wonder what business she has. Maybe I'll just knock on her door and see if she wants to do business. No, they just simply forget about us. Have you ever been out to your favorite restaurant or a really nice restaurant, gone for dinner, had an amazing meal with your partner or your friend or whatever, and said, oh my God, we need to do this more often. We need to come to this restaurant more often. It's amazing. And then 6 months later, you're going, Jesus, we should go out for dinner. Where do we go? You have forgotten. You've forgotten the nice restaurant that you went to in town. You've forgotten the lovely cocktails you got in a particular bar. You've forgotten, the dress you were meant to buy in a particular shop. But what happens if you're on Instagram or Facebook and your best friend checks in at the local restaurant, the restaurant that you love, and you see the check-in, you go, oh, that's the restaurant, I want to go there. Visibility works. What happens when the dress you were supposed to buy, you might have put it in your basket, you might have even thought you checked out and waited for it to arrive at the door. Does anyone ever do that? Why my dress never arrived? Oh, feck. I never actually checked out. It's just sitting in my basket online. Anyone do that? Just me? But what happens when an ad for River Island or wherever the shop is pops up in your timeline and there's that very dress and you go, oh my gosh. Yeah, we buy the product because of their visibility. It's time to embrace that, guys. Love it or hate it, we have got to embrace social media to stay in business. And as we go into 2025, it is even more important. But how do we do it? Because if you're looking at on my Zoom, I've got this hamster on the wheel and the mammy juggling all the things. A lot of us are mammies. A lot of us are mammies or daddies or have family, and we're juggling all the things. So how do we keep them all together? As a busy mammy, I struggled for a long time juggling business and home life, and my cash flow suffered because I would either be busy in the business or busy with the kids or never kind of finding that real balance. So how many of you feel that your family life suffers because you were just too busy in your business? Ow. Guys, even as much as I have evolved as a human and as a business owner in the last kind of 5 years that I've had like my more and more success in my business. And I really do. I teach businesses and teach business women and businessmen like you how to manage everything together. But I still get times when I go, I'm too busy for that. Like Luke was like, oh, can we do this? Can we do this? And I'm like, oh, I'm busy. And then I go, oh, no, I don't want to be that person. You know, you don't want to be that person whose family life is suffering because you're too busy, because you feel guilty that you're not hanging out with them. And then you feel guilty if you're not working. So it's like, oh, you know, you're sitting in the cinema at 3 o'clock on a Thursday, high-fiving yourself going, yeah, I did this. I'm sitting in the cinema, and then your phone beeps, you go, maybe that's a client. Maybe I should check, you know, and it's this constant push pull. That's what we want to get away from, guys. Maybe your kids have said those dreaded words, you're always on your phone or you're always working, and you're like, oh, cringe. We want to get away from that as well. I've heard those words so often, and it was really, really tough. And I feel all of this deeply because this was me as well. I went to an event in the States 5 years ago, and a guy called Ed Mylott was speaking, and we were in Orlando at the time, and he said, how many of you here have kids? And I'm like, of course, you know, play the game, put your hands up. And he said, you are neglecting your kids. And I went, whoa, what the? Yes, I am, you know? And he's like, you are neglecting your kids. And then he finished, he said, if you do not reach your potential. And I absolutely love that, because every day I'm talking to Luke and Katie and Sophie, and I'm like, you know, you can be, do, have what you want to be. And, you know, you can have the life you want. You can be whatever you want to be. But if I'm not over here living my dreams and living authentically, if I'm over here running myself ragged, working all the hours, hustling, and, you know, not making enough money so that I can take time off to go shopping with them, then am I really being authentic? So I loved that. So how many of us are settling for a life that is less than what we are made for? That one hits, doesn't it? Because we're spending time working, we're spending time hustling, we're trying to steady the cash flow in the constant battle. And I know all of this because I've been there. Guys, I still have one foot in each camp. I'm not over here saying I'm Miss Feckin' Perfect, but I have grown a six-figure coaching business. And I do know that there's more. I know that I can go to, you know, bigger heights when it comes to revenue, bigger heights when it comes to number of people that I've coaching. I'm changing lives with what I'm teaching people. And I know that I can change more and more lives, if that makes sense. I know that I'm meant for more. And therefore I know 100% that you guys are meant for more. Guys, if you're watching on Instagram, come on over to Zoom. The link is in my stories. Come over to Zoom so you can see my screen. So here on Zoom, give me a yes in the comments if you know that you are meant for more. A lot of you, if you've been following me for a while or if you've come to my stuff, you know this. You know that you just like feel that it's just there, and there's more for you. Give me a yes in the comments if you feel that. So things for me haven't always been so great. I've had my roller coaster ride in business, and I know that I needed to change things for years. But then in March 2020, the universe did it for me. Hey, Teresa, yes. Teresa, why don't you come to Zoom? The link is in the story, or you can still watch over there on Instagram. 2020 was crazy for a lot of us. But for me, every single phone call that I got was a retainer canceling. So I was doing social media for businesses. So if I'm doing your Instagram or your Facebook or your website or your marketing, you're not going to keep paying me monthly when your doors are closed. You know, the lockdown came, and the first thing to go was marketing. So every single call I got. So I cried under my quilt for a full week. Oh, my life is over. What the heck am I going to do? Excuse me. But kids were off school as well. They were on lockdown too. So as a mammy, how could I, you know, wallow? So I had to pick myself up. So I did. I picked myself up, and I was already making six figures for my social media agency. Overnight it disappeared. So I had to take some massive action. The lockdowns forced me into action, to change and to pivot. And what I want to ask you is, why is it sometimes that we wait until we are forced to take action? Does anybody feel that? Does anybody feel that, you know, cash flow's getting a bit low, so you go, oh my God, I better go out and do something? Or, you know, you look at the bank account and go, Jesus, I have to pay that bill. Oh my God, I better go make sales. Does anybody feel that reactive all the time? Whereas having a clear system for sales in your business, is what is going to release us from that. Having reoccurring income within the business. I talk a lot about reoccurring income, and it's my belief that every single business owner has reoccurring income, has a membership or a subscription model that they can create. In fact, one of the recent girls that I was working with, Margaret, she's in my Kickstart Your Authority program. She started only 5 weeks ago. Excuse me. She owns a beauty salon. She started 5 weeks ago with me, and she has already created and launched her membership model. So she's already selling a membership, and her membership is a year-long looking after your skin, facial type of a membership. It's fantastic, guys. There is so many options out there when it comes to recurring income. The idea is just opening your mind and looking for them, which of course I'll help you with. But we get held back by fear, guys. Fear of failure, like, oh, what if I post about that and nobody replies? So what, guys? So what? It goes back to the thing of we are not that important. As much as I think you guys are important, and as much as I think I'm really important. But if I posted something and nobody replied, would you then go on and say, oh my God, Denise posted that and nobody replied? No, because you're way too busy in your own stuff. Everybody who looks at your page, looks at your Instagram, looks at your Facebook, looks at anything, any of your stuff, they're thinking, what is in this for me? What is in this for me when they look at it? They're not thinking, oh my gosh, Denise posted a post and nobody commented. Or, oh my gosh, Denise put a reel up and she got 5 views, you know? Nobody cares except us. So the fear of failure, we have to push through it. Fear of success is another one. A lot of people say to me, a lot of my clients say, oh, but what if I put up a video and like it goes viral and loads of people see it? I'm like, great. Chances of it happening are very, very, very slim, but great. You know, then the other one is the fear to show your face. I know a lot of you have that. Oh, I'm afraid, I'm afraid. We get through that, guys. I will help you every step of the way to gain the confidence, because again, confidence is a skill, not a personality trait. So the fear of the tech is the button suppress. I need to take some more. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. And then fear of judgment. Okay. Do not get a cough from 50. Right. So I've been coughing since Saturday or Sunday. And I'm like, I keep getting these coughing fits. So breathe. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do here on Zoom, let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. Let me know which of these resonates the most. Failure, success, showing your face, tech, or fear of judgment. Again, if you're over on Instagram, come over on Zoom. The link is in the stories. As you're doing that, I'm going to mute myself on Zoom, and I'm going to have a big L cough. Welcome to the joys of live TV. Fear of failure, fear of showing my face, tech, messing it up. Yeah, love that. Love that. Let me tell you a little thing about so first of all, fear of failure. We all have that. Every single person. We all get what we call imposter syndrome. And if you don't get imposter syndrome, if you don't fear failure, it just means you're not showing up. You are not pushing yourself. If you're sitting over there going, oh no, I feel comfortable, you know, I've no imposter syndrome, I'm doing all right, then you are not pushing yourself to show up. You know, you're not, there's so much more potential for you out there. It is supposed to be scary. It's also exhilarating. Think about what I did tonight, right? Think about me. A lot of you are looking at me going, oh, you know, Denise Inspired, she just jumps on. That's okay, Teresa. Just stay here and watch. That's cool. Teresa's struggling to get into Zoom. It's all good. So a lot of you might look at me here and go, oh, you know, Denise is an expert. You know, she does her Zoom, she does her calls, her lives. That's no bother. It's second nature. And while that's true, I coughed all day Sunday. I coughed all day yesterday. This morning, I coughed so much I actually thought I was going to be sick. So today, it took a lot for me to get out of my pajamas and come here. But I'd made a commitment that I was going to do it, and I said I'm do it. I did fear that I'd have a coughing fit, and I just did. But what happened? Did any of you go, oh my God, Denise is so unprofessional. I am never coming to one of our classes again because she just had a coughing fit? Did anybody feel that? Or did you go, oh God, she's coughing? You know, because we're human, we're real. And that's the way it's going to be for all of you when you go out and you do your videos or you show up in whatever way you want to show up. Catherine, the fear of tech. I have a lovely story. One of my clients, Sandra, she came to one of my first in-person workshops here in Dublin, and she was having huge success on Facebook Live, showing her clothes. So she owns a clothes shop down in Cahir, and she was like, she shows the dresses, you know, she's like, oh, look at this lovely inspired jumper, and she shows us all on Facebook Live, and she was doing brilliant, loads of followers. She came to my mastermind, and we wanted to move her to Instagram so she could do both. She did her first Instagram Live, and I went on. I was watching from Instagram, you know, and I was commenting and doing all the hearts and everything. And at the end, she went, oh, I don't know how to end this video. And she was like this on Instagram, and she was right up into the thing going, Denise, how do I end the video? And I was like cracking up laughing, and everybody watching, she had like 50 people watching, and everyone was laughing and everyone was giving her smiley faces. And I was like, press the X up the top, just press the X. And she was like, what? It was so funny. Eventually she pressed the X, she finished the Instagram. I immediately rang her and she went, oh my God, Denise, I'm mortified. And I was like, don't be. That was gold. And it was. And the amount of people that shared her video, the amount of people that actually turned up in her shop, physical shop, and went, oh my God, you're so funny, Sandra, that live was brilliant. Fair play to you. You didn't know what to do, but you just did it. Authenticity, guys. Nobody knows what they're doing in the beginning. Every single person starts from zero. Whether it's zero knowledge, whether it's zero followers, whether it's zero in the bank account, whatever it is, we all start from zero. And so many business owners are afraid to be the beginner because we think, you know, if I go on Instagram now and I do a live and I say, oh, it's my first live, people will think, oh my God, like she's only doing her first live now. And like Instagram is like 5 years old. Oh my God. We think that's what people will say, but they don't. They go, oh my God, deadly. And you know what? If they say the first thing, you know, so what? They're not your people. Your people will go, oh my God, that's amazing. You know, tell me more. I want to see that. I want to hear all about it. You know, Catherine, you said tech and messing it up. And, you know, you've got such great knowledge, you know, and even around all your oils and around all your health, people will lap up the information. They won't care about the tech. I do these Zoom calls a couple of times a month. I could do them in my sleep. I do them every single week for the enterprise board. Every single week for the enterprise board, I am teaching on Zoom. But at least once or twice a month, something happens. Wi-Fi goes down, you know, computer crashes, you know, somebody's ringing on the doorbell, the dog's barking, whatever it is, you know, there's always something that happens. And we all think, oh God, well, I'm not perfect. No, fucking one's perfect. Does that make sense? Yeah. We want authenticity. We want real people. We buy from real people. And while every part of me today was going, you know, not every part of me, I was speaking to my own coach, Danielle, earlier on, and I said to her, I'm dying sick, and I've got this webinar. I have to do this webinar tonight. She goes, well, you don't have to do it. Cancel it. And I went, what? And she goes, you don't have to do it. And then she goes, don't do it if you don't want it. And I was like, oh, I didn't say I didn't want to do it. Of course I want to do it. I love doing it. And then it was like, it changed my whole idea around it. She was like, do you think people are going to care that your voice is off or if you cough or if you're not feeling great? Of course they're not. Authenticity, guys. Yeah. It is the biggest, biggest thing that we can bring to our online, to our Instagram, to our Facebook. And it is the number one thing that will have somebody buy from you and not buy from somebody down the street. We have to proclaim that we are an expert because we are all experts. Every single one of us. So those of you watching on Zoom and those of you watching on Instagram as well, again, if you want to come to Zoom, come over. But if you're watching on Instagram or on Zoom, type and let me know what you are an expert in. And if anybody says they're not an expert, I will come over to your gaff and wallop the head off you. Because we are all experts in something. We are all experts in something. So let me know in the comments what you're an expert in. So while you're doing that, here's my little thing. So we are all experts in something. And we can all become an authority in something. So what I want to say to you is, what is the difference between an expert and an authority? So experts know things. Okay, so experts know things. You go around and you meet people and they are experts in their industry. They know a lot of things about what they're doing. Authorities are known for things. An authority on a subject is somebody who, when somebody mentions the industry to you, that you go, oh. So hopefully when somebody goes, does anybody know an expert in social media? Hopefully you guys go, Denise Inspired. I am known for something. Rather than me sitting at home and keeping all my secrets to myself and just knowing things. That would be selfish of me. So today when I felt like shit, sorry for cursing, but when I felt like shit today on my couch, feeling sorry for myself, wanting to like stick Netflix on and stay there forever, I was being selfish. Because if I can help 1 or 2 or 5 or 6 or 20 of you guys watching to even move 1 step forward when you're in your business, isn't it worth it? If what I know can teach you 1 thing, then isn't it worth it? So remember that obscurity we talked about? That's got to go. It's got to go. We want you to become known for something. Known for something. So here's my authority builder saying, and I want you guys to read this or listen or say it with me or whatever. But I'm just going to like put my hand here and I'm just going to say, I am an authority in my industry. I am an expert at what I do. I will push aside my fears and grow the business that I deserve, because isn't that a huge part of it? Deserve. I will do all of this while still staying true to myself, my values, and I'll do this while building a better family life for myself, my kids, my partner, my friends. Doesn't that feel good, guys? We are strong business women. We do not have to have one or the other. And men. We do not have to say, oh, I'm a career woman, so I can't have a family, or, I have a successful 6-figure business. I can make 6 figures in my business and have a happy life at home and go on date nights with my husband. It doesn't have to be one or the other. In fact, if we have a happy home life and we go on date nights and we go out with the kids and we do all the things, the chances of us having an even more successful business are much higher, because the happier we are, the more successful we become in our business. But we need a system. We need systems in place to ensure that we're successful. Les Brown says, there is no secret to success. There is a system to success. And it's so true, guys. It's the same with your social media and it's the same with your sales. And my job is to help you put a system in for social media and a system in for sales, so that you make recurring revenue in your business, so that you make more money, so that you can have more time to spend with your kids and all the things. I will do all of this, guys, because I deserve it. I deserve to have a business and life that I love. You see, a lot of us are not reaching our potential because we actually don't feel worthy. And that hits hard, because it's hard with me, because I've been there and sometimes I still go there. We won't talk about that. So can we agree from this day forward that we are going to become authorities? Drop me my favorite emoji. Who knows my favorite emoji? My muscle. Drop me my favorite emoji and muscle, or anything you like. Give me a yes in the comments if you agree from this day forward, you're going to show up as an authority in your business, because we are experts and we're going to show up as authorities. So now that we have decided to show up as authorities, will we fix the obscurity problem? Yes, we will. But how? But how? Let me give you 3 secrets to bringing in clients for free. Oh, look at that typo there. To bringing in clients for free. But firstly, I just want to have a quick one, because wild feather blooms, end of year stress of finances, I get you. Over on Instagram, one of the girls was saying one of the fears is those end of year finances. Again, I want to bring you back to the subscription model. You have built a huge business in floristry. You are one of the go-tos for wedding flowers. There 100% is a program, a subscription model, a teaching up there in your brain that you can get out there that's going to regulate those finances. There's a little tip for you. Let's do it. Let me give you 3 secrets, guys, to bringing in clients for free. Number 1 is getting clear on your message. This sounds so super simple. So super simple. I went to a boot camp, and the lovely Sarah Gray, I went to an event, and Sarah Gray sold me her boot camp. It was €500 for half a day, right? I bought it like that. I went to the boot camp, and every single thing, I have a book sitting over there, my workbook that I use, it's on the counter. I won't try grab it. I will. This is my book. All right. Kickstart your marketing secrets, right? Start your marketing. We go through, your perfect customer, getting clear on your message. 5 things authorities need. We need clarity, confidence, credibility, visibility, and assets to sell. These are all the things that come in the Authority Builder book, the workbook. Sarah Gray taught a little portion of that. I have it written in my book for the last 7 years. Did I sit at Sarah Gray's boot camp and go, oh my God, I know all this? No, I sat at Sarah Gray's boot camp and went, yes, I'm doing this. And I worked on my business. I worked on my messaging. I worked on my systems. I worked on who my perfect customer is. Was there anything that she was talking about that was brand new to me? No, I'm in marketing 20 years, guys. There was nothing new. But I got so much value from that boot camp because I sat down and I worked on my business. Does that make sense? So what I want you guys to do is open up your mind to that and say, do you know what? It doesn't matter what work I've done in the past, what I might have done last year or the year before. I am going to actually sit down now and get ready for 2025. And I'm going to get so super clear on my message that there is no mistake who my perfect customer is. Does that make sense, guys? As our timelines get busier and busier, which they're going to do, and they are at this time of the year, and they're going to go into 2025, we've got to be so clear on what we are offering. I want you to take a screenshot of that or a photograph of that if you're watching on Zoom. Guys, if you're not watching on Zoom, you're watching over on Instagram, I'm going to read it out for you. But these are the things that amalgamate together to give you the perfect message. I would love to teach you this. I would love to sit with you for the whole day and do this. But we don't have that kind of time. I only have 15 minutes left, 20 minutes left. So number 1, what is the problem that your business solves? We all solve problems. Number 2, who do you solve the problem for? Number 3, what's your offer? What's your solution that you're giving? Number 4, are you being clear? Is your message all skewed? After this, I want you to go back to your Instagram and go back to your last 10 posts. Are you very clear and precise about what you're selling, who you're selling it to, and how you're selling it? Or are you all higgledy-piggledy? Is there bits and pieces of everything? I want you to be super clear. And the last one is, does your content resonate with your perfect customer? Does it resonate with your followers? I want you to really dig into them. Everybody here who's listening to me, I would like to work with you and continue to work with you after this class. If that happens, brilliant. If that doesn't happen, promise me this. Put your hand in your heart and promise me that you will do this for you. Work on the problem you solve. Work on who you solve the problem for. Work on what your offer is. Are you being clear? And does your content resonate with your perfect customers? I want you to deep dive into your messaging, because remember that people buy results. We do not buy functions and vehicles. We do not buy functions and vehicles. We buy results. You do not buy social media training from me. You do not buy business development training from me. You buy into getting more customers. You buy into making more money on your business. You buy into creating more time for yourself and having a successful business that you love. Does that make sense? We buy into results. Tell me what Colgate sell. What do Colgate sell? Teeth? Toothpaste? They sell white smiles. How often do you see a Colgate ad and it's a picture? This is Carmax, it's not Colgate, but how often do you see an ad and it's just, oh, there you go. You know, imagine that this is toothpaste. I should have a toothpaste here for my prop. Imagine this is toothpaste. How often is the Colgate ad this? No, the Colgate is, you know, it's the white teeth they're selling. In fact, this is Carmax. What do Carmax sell? They don't sell lip balm. They sell smooth, kissable lips. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah? So we are selling the result, not the vehicle. So many of you are out there trying to sell vehicles. Stop it. From this day forward, we do not sell the vehicle. We sell the result. It's the result that people will buy into. The problem that you solve, coupled with who you solve it for, is your elevator pitch. This also gets to be your Instagram bio. Excuse me. After this class, by tomorrow morning, I expect every single one of you to have updated your Instagram bio to talk to the results that you bring rather than the vehicles. Results, results, results. Make sense? Give me a yes. Give me a yes if that makes sense. We want to create a clear sales funnel from your Instagram right into your bank account. So we want prospects to see your videos, see your content, but we want them to resonate with it. So it gets to resonate with your perfect customer so that they become a lead, so that they then put their hand up to follow you and say, oh yeah, I like this content, so that they can then become a customer or a client. We have to hook them in with our good quality content that we're putting our hand up to tell people that they're going to resonate with. My content resonates with women similar to me or men similar to me who are, you know, doing all the things, raising a family, having a business, all the other stuff. Like, my content probably doesn't resonate with a 20-something-year-old woman who doesn't have the kids and doesn't have that, who can hustle. That's not what I teach, guys. That's what I used to teach, or that's what I used to do before I burnt myself out 9 million times. And now I know there's more to success than that. So number 2 in the secrets to getting more clients is optimize your pages. Optimize your pages. Now, what does that mean? That means that on your bios, take a screenshot of this or take a photograph of this if you're watching on Zoom, and change it up when you get onto Instagram. So number 1 is your handle. The top one, mine is Denise Inspired. Because my handle is Denise Inspired, then I don't need to say Denise Inspired in the name part again. My name part says the authority builder, business growth expert. This part is searchable, so make sure you use keywords. Make sure the profile picture is always your face. We do business with people. Your bio says the problem that you solve and who you solve it for. Remember what we talked about. Remember results-based marketing. There is a link. There can be 1, 2, or 3 links in there, or you can link to a link tree that has more. But make sure you're not confusing people with lots of different links. Okay? So 1, 2, or 3 is plenty. Unless you are a huge influencer and you have hundreds of thousands of followers, brilliant. Then they might come and they might have a little, you know, look through what you're offering. But most business owners like us, most people who come to your page are quite busy. So when they click in, they're like, oh, what do I want? Give me 1 link, 2 links, or 3 at the most, not a big long list. Then we've got your story highlights. Your story highlights can tell a story about who you are, how to work with you, testimonials, happy clients, that kind of stuff. Then you've got pinned posts. Your top 3 posts can be pinned on your bio. Pin 3 posts that tell us a lot about you. Number 1 could be work with me. Number 2, buy my stuff, whatever it is you're selling. Number 3, testimonials, happy clients. Does that make sense, guys? We are creating a clear and precise sales funnel from our Instagram straight into our bank account. Athena says, would you still recommend having a face as a profile picture for a floristry business? Mine is currently my logo. Athena, absolutely. It's your face. I mean that sincerely. I work with a lot of florists. I have, for the past 7 years, I've had florists who've been in my high-end coaching programs. I've had florists who've been in my masterminds and in my memberships. And every single one of them, I will say, put your face in your profile picture because we buy from people. There will be a lot of people who look at your flowers and go, oh my God, that's gorgeous. But they forget about you then. But they'll remember your face. So let them get to know you. Let them get to know, like, and trust you by showing your face, and they'll buy your flowers. Does that make sense? So absolutely show the face. Same over on the other program, which I don't want to say the name of because I'm live on Instagram. Over on the TT Clock program, our platform, make sure that it is a sales funnel. Make sure that you have a link in the bio. Over on Facebook, the same. Make sure it says who you are, who you help, how you help them. Remember, we're in results-based marketing. We are not selling the vehicle. We are selling the results. Again, if you're watching on Instagram and you want to come to Zoom, come join me. If not, stay on Instagram, but I apologize that you're looking at the top of my head. At least I got my roots done, and you can't see my grays as much, but you can see my wrinkles. All right, guys. So number 3 in my secrets to getting clients for free is show up consistently. Stop hiding. How many of you know me and then forget about me? And then you see me on your timeline and go, oh, there's Denise, forgot about her. How many of you by next week will have forgotten me and go, Jesus, what was your one's name? Your one who I saw there on Zoom. But you're going to see me in your timeline in a week's time, and then you're going to go, oh yeah, that's Denise. Show up consistently with purpose. Remember what we said, the problem you solve, who you saw before, figure all that out, figure out your messaging, what's your offer, get it all set in stone, write it in your book, put it on a whiteboard, whatever it is, and go hell for leather on that message. But don't turn up on Instagram and just go, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, because no one's fucking listening. Nobody wants to be sold to like that. We all want to buy stuff, but nobody wants to be sold to like that. You've got to nurture people. You've got to give them a reason to follow you. You've got to aggravate the problem, solve the problem a little bit with them, give them some free stuff, give them some free content, nurture them, and they will buy from you. But it all comes back to us showing up. There is no point in you working on your messaging. There's no point in you having all of that nailed if you're going to stay at home and do what? I'm too embarrassed. I'm too shy. Nobody's coming to save you. It's on us. So it's time to show up consistently and stop hiding. It's time to embrace showing your face on social media. People will get to know, like, and trust you, and ultimately buy from you. Guys, those are my 3 secrets to getting success and getting customers for free. I have my Inspired Content Circle that I also implement. I'm going to give you a very quick rundown on that, and we're nearly done. I won't keep you much longer. So I have a Inspired Content Circle system that I plug and play into our social medias that I want to help you guys with as well. And the idea behind it is we create one big piece of content per week, and everything else pulls from that. I am not in the business of expecting you to go out and create from scratch a different reel twice a day, every day for a week, because nobody has that time. I will help you systemize your content so that you're creating 1 or 2 big pieces of content per week, and everything else is repurposed and fixed and changed and moved to complement that one or 2 pieces of content. We have got to get more visible, guys. It is down to us if people don't find us, and it's only fear that's holding us back. So let's make a pact. We are going to face our fears. We're going to stop procrastinating. We're going to grow a more profitable business while still being able to spend time with our loved ones. Does that sound good? Give me a yes on Instagram. Give me a yes on Zoom if that sounds good. That sounds great to me. Yeah. Remember back in March 2020, after I lost it all, I had no choice but to push on. And in March 2020, the Authority Builder was born. The Authority Builder is a live and interactive coaching program. Excuse me. And it's designed to help you grow your business and your profits in a 12-week program. So this is Elaine, and Elaine has been working with me since April. And she used all the tools that I'm teaching. And she messaged me a few weeks ago to tell me that she has doubled her revenue. Doubled her revenue compared to this time last year, but she's working less hours. Oh my God. Doubled revenue, less hours. Isn't that what we're talking about? Amazing. Sounds amazing. Yeah. Yeah, sounds great. Teresa says, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is Orla Scott. She recommends my programs. She said they made such a business and a different impact, credibility, increased clients, social media, blah, 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 blah. Another recommendation for the Authority Builder, the most beneficial part was the accountability factor. So guys, in all of my programs, I have big accountability built into them. I have found, I don't know, give me a yes in the comments if this sounds like you, because I have found in all of my years that I buy programs. And sometimes I buy programs and I go, that didn't really work. And then I go, ooh, did I work? Did I actually do the work? Did I watch any of the modules or did I turn up? So because I know this about myself and I know this about a lot of you, because we are so fucking busy, I have huge accountability built into all of my programs. Nobody's left behind. We talk about me getting you in a lovable headlock and bringing you along and going, we're fucking doing this. Come on, we're doing it. So you got to be ready to work. But again, as I said, it's not hustle. It's not hustle. But the accountability factor is there. The Authority Builder is 4 years old. In fact, in March, it's going to be 5. I'm so proud. It has real proven results. Remember the number one problem that we talked about, why most businesses fail? Obscurity? Yeah, we're fixing that. We are going to become known for something, the go-to. I believe that there are 5 things that we need to become the authority in our business. 5 things, and I'm gonna tell you them now. All right. Number 1 is credibility. We have to be credible. So we work on building your credibility online, and we do that through publishing, creating content, getting reviews, all of the things. I help you put a system in place so that we grow our credibility online. Okay, the next thing that an authority needs is visibility, of course. So we work on a visibility system throughout the course of the 90 days that we're working together, or the 4 weeks if you're in Kickstart, whatever amount of time that you're working with me, there's always a visibility system that we put in place. Another thing that an authority needs is assets. We need assets within the business to sell. And I believe that that is your ebook. Yeah, your book. That's an asset that we can sell. Your online masterclass, you can sell. Your membership, your monthly membership. And your Catherine, I know that you're into your oils and stuff like that. An oil subscription, anything that is consumable. I bought a sock subscription for my daughter. Socks, guys. I can go into Pennies and I can buy socks anytime I want. Do I want the joy of my daughter opening the envelope and getting a new pair of socks every month? Absolutely. We have got to open our minds to these subscription models. Okay, so assets, something that we can sell that isn't based on just always ourselves, that we have to show up and work. An authority also needs good pricing. We are not bargain basement. If you think, if you want to be in bargain basement, do not come and work with me. I don't like discounts. I don't like special offers. I don't like any of those things because they feel they cheapen our brands. Am I open to doing payment plans with people who genuinely need it? Of course. Am I open to saying, oh Jesus, if someone needs a dig out, okay, here, I'll help bankroll that. Of course I will. But am I going to go, oh, here's the bargain basement? No. Here's the bargain bucket for you to look in. Absolutely not. We don't do discounts. And the last thing that we need, and one of the biggest things probably, is the confidence. But confidence is a skill, guys. It's not a personality trait. And I will help you with that. I will teach you and coach you every single step of the way. This is everything that I teach in the Authority Builder. So are you ready to go on this journey with me? Give me a yes. Absolutely. So the Authority Builder is a 90-day program, guys. It's designed to help you grow the profits within your business and all of the things we've talked about. But I would like to introduce Kickstart Your Authority to you today as well. There are two programs that I'm talking about. The Authority Builder is my 90-day program, and then there is Kickstart. Kickstart Your Authority is a program that is designed to kickstart your authority. So it is before the Authority Builder, and it's for those of you who feel that the 90 days is a little bit of a step too far. It's for those of you who feel that, okay, I want to grow my confidence and I want to grow my followers and boost my sales. Then perhaps Kickstart Your Authority is for you. It's the step before the Authority Builder. Guys, excuse me. I want to continue this journey with all of you. I said at the start that I was going to offer you, every one of you, a free session, and I'm going to do that. So that's what we're going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the link, and you guys can sign up, and I'm going to give you a 30-minute session. Every single one of you, and those of you who are watching on Instagram, you guys can have it as well, because I want to make sure that 2025 is super profitable for you guys. I want to continue to work with you, whether it is, in the Kickstart program, whether it is in the Authority Builder program, or whether it's in my social media membership, which is social media school for small businesses. So wouldn't you like to get set up for a super profitable 2025? Absolutely. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to schedule your free class, your free call. On this call, so here's the disclaimer, here's what we're going to do. On the call, I'm going to give you 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes of going around your Instagram and telling you what you need to change and what you need to do. Or I'm going to answer your business questions, if it's pricing questions, or if it's, how to create a reel, how to do this, how to do that, any of those questions. We're going to spend about 20 minutes on this call of me teaching and coaching you and giving you all of the value. So if that's all that happens on the call and then you go off into the sunset, you'll have gained great value. The last 10 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about my programs, and I'm going to see which one I feel is a good fit for you. And you're going to make a decision whether you want to come on board and work with me for 2025 or whether you don't. And there's absolutely zero strings attached, because the beauty of this is I want to continue to work with you. And I know that everybody here that's watching will continue to work with me in some form. Does that make sense? So I'm going to throw the link in. I'm going to just grab that link for you. So here's the link on Zoom. And I'm going to throw the link into Instagram as well, if I can. I don't know if I can throw that into those comments. I might be able to. And what I'm going to say to you guys is, let's see if I can go on my... Does that make sense? So I'm going to throw the link in. I'm going to just... Ooh, I did it. Did it work? Did it work on Instagram? I think I did it from my desktop. Guys, message me if you don't get the link on Instagram. Everyone has it here on Zoom. If you're watching the replay, because I know a lot of you guys were going to watch the replay, I'll send the link along with it, and I'll ask you guys to book in as well. Those of you here on Zoom, hi, click that link and let me know. I'm going to stay with you until you all book in, because I want to make sure you do, because do you know what happens? What happens is you say, oh my God, I'll do that. And then it's like you go off and you're like busy with the kids or whatever, and it doesn't get done. Who's still watching on Zoom? Can you see me all right? Catherine, are you frozen?
Yeah, it's all good here for me. It's Louise.
Were you able to click the link, Louise?
I could click it. Yeah, thanks. I will have a look now. Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant. So make sure that you click in and get your free session. Book in for tomorrow or the next day. Be great. We'll go through what you need in your business, or what, excuse me, and I'll see what I can help you with regards to anything that you're stuck on. Guys, did you enjoy that session?
It was great. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome, Louise.
I'm now joined by my 9-year-old, so she'll probably set up her own business now too.
Oh, amazing, amazing. My daughter, my 16-year-old, see my earrings?
Yeah,
My
they're fab.
16-year-old, that's my 16-year-old's new business.
Oh,
Um,
no way.
yeah, she's doing earrings.
They're
And
gorgeous.
used to be when she was 9, she had a fidget toy business.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Amazing. Does she
yeah,
have an
so good.
Instagram for the earrings?
Instagram for With Love by Sophie. Is that what it's
With love.
called? Let me double check that, and I'll throw the link in the thing. Yeah,
Thanks so much.
yeah, it's brilliant. I think it's you think I should know it, my own daughter's handle, wouldn't you? But she's doing great over there. Now it's only literally started. She only started about Love by Sophie. Excuse me, this cough is a nightmare. With Love by Sophie. So I'll drop it in the chat for you. So if you're watching on Instagram, With Love by Sophie, go and follow. Go and follow. All right, guys. Yes, Denise, I'll be in touch. Have a lot. Yes, make sure over on Instagram, if you don't have the link, just DM me and I'll get it to you. Those of you who are here still on Zoom, click the link, make sure you sign up. Athena, did you book an appointment? Hi, Catherine. Were you frozen there for a minute? Did you book an appointment with me? Athena signed up. Good stuff. Catherine, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I just signed up, so I'm trying to do it through my phone, so maybe it did freeze, but it was brilliant. Thank you so much, Denise.
You're
And I can
welcome.
really sympathize there with the coughing. I have it too.
I know it's flying around though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Do you know
definitely.
what? I'm choosing to be in gratitude that I have it this week and not next.
Exactly. Get it done with over with. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome. Guys, thank you all for being here. It's been amazing. I hope
Thanks so
you loved
much.
it.
Okay, see. Thank you.
Make sure you're booked in. Go over and have a look at Sophie's Instagram, and I will chat to you guys later. Big love, my friends. Big love.
Cheers. Bye.
And if you're watching on the replay, guys, make sure you still click in and get the link to my calendar, and I will see you soon.